I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Indo. I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Jedi. I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Rebel. I just bought a bag of...
All right. Yeah, man, this one of my favorite machines at this gym. You know what I'm saying? This is my baby right here. And just like any other machine, I wipe it down before I use it, man, because it's a lot of it's a lot of germs and things floating around out there, man. You don't want to just be hopping on these machines and just you know, going crazy. You feel me? Before you know it, boy, you wake up the next day, you be sick as a dog. I'm telling you, that happened to me a couple times. So I said, got to start cleaning off this equipment, you know what I'm saying, before I go to work, you know. So you're going to get the leg curls. It's the same concept for leg curls, man. I like to, sometimes I start heavy and go low. Sometimes I start low and go heavy. You know, it's really, I mean, other people will tell you it's like a perfect science to it, and they'll get into these pockets where, you know, it's like they'll make fitness seem really, really complex. And really, for the average person, man, that has a 9-to-5, that fitness doesn't have to be that complex. It's really not. I mean, unless you're trying to be like, you know, you're trying to have this super perfect anatomy that's just like a Greek god or something, then yeah, I guess you want to get in those pockets where you listen to certain people that make fitness, you know, super complex and a mathematical Einstein, you know, breakdown. But really, all you gotta do is eat certain foods, switch your diet up a little bit, and then get in the gym and stay active. Like, you know, at least 5 times out of the week, or even 4 times out of the week is good enough. Because 70% of it is your diet. So to be real with you, you can lose a lot of weight if you just change your diet. Without even going to the gym at all, you will lose a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to get some tone, and, you know, you're trying to get like lean and cut with something, build some muscle, then, you know, you gotta get active in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Or at home, get active. Push-ups, you know, sit-ups, you know. I mean, it's you know, that'll do a little for you, but, you know, you got to have certain equipment or something. You want to get in the gym so you can have a little more options to really get the cooking. But for the most part, fitness doesn't have to be this super complex mathematical Einstein like issue. It doesn't. You know, I mean, this ain't the channel for that. At least I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm not going to get into those pockets where, you know, I'm going to draw out, you know, these real complex charts and, you know, start doing all the little graphical stuff and, you know, the triangular, you know, or carry the 2. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you what you should be eating, you know, how your diet should look at least. You don't got to eat exactly what I eat, but, you know, you can substitute, you know, get a little similar. Like, you don't have to eat Greek food. Like, I eat Greek food almost every day, like for dinner. You know, but you could, if you cook your own food, just make sure it's lean, bro. Lean meat, chicken breast, fish, lean cut steak, you know, rice or potatoes, vegetables, and you know, beans or a salad, bro. That's all you need. That's super lean. That's probably gonna be 800 to 1,000 calorie. Not even like 800. Yeah, somewhere around that 800 to 1,000 calorie meal. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the day, you just make sure you know, you're consuming somewhere around like 1,000 to 1,200 calories throughout the day, whether it's breakfast or lunch. Low carb, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about your carb intake. You want to be around like 2,200 carbs. It's gonna differ for everybody, depending on, you know, your weight and everything like that, and your height and a couple other variables. But you can look that up on like ChatGPT. You know, you can go to these apps and then ask the right questions. You know, how much carb intake should I eat daily for someone that's my weight and my height, and add the physical activity to it, and then chat will give you a breakdown of how much calories you should have daily in your intake. And then if you stick to that, you're going to lose weight without hitting the gym, without working out. It's really that simple, you know. So let's get to these leg curls, man. I really want to get a quality workout in the day, but you know, giving y'all the information that I learned is just as important. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Yeah, I just keep going with these as well until I feel a good burn before I stop. I don't really count reps that much, man. I just go with what the body is telling me. You know what I'm saying? I don't count reps too much, because you count reps, then you know you're gonna be too focused on trying to make it to a certain number. Like, oh, I gotta make it to 10, I gotta make it to 15, and then when you make it there, that's where you're gonna stop, because you're counting reps. But if you're just going until, you know, you feel enough burn and enough, you know, tension that your body's telling you this is your limit. If you do it that way, then over time you'll start doing more reps without like probably realizing, because you're going until failure for the most part, rather than counting reps. So that's just my technique. You know, you could do it your way, or you know, it's a lot of different ways you can do this, but my technique is just to go until failure, you know what I'm saying? And then rinse and repeat, you know what I mean? I just listen to the body, you know, at the end of the day, you know. So we're gonna increase this weight on the next set. If you see Shorty in the background, man, that's my little homegirl right there, man. She cool peoples. You know what I'm saying? She be up in here the same time as me every day too. You know, we might do some content together. A Yoda fitness challenge. We might do a Yoda fitness challenge together. I got 2 Yoda fitness challenges so far out on my page now. I'm going to be releasing a 3rd one this week. So I release one a week, and I want to use her to do a female version of the Yoda fitness challenge. So, you know, women can do, you know, they can do it as well with exercises that work better for them. Because, you know, I think some of the exercises I did in the first 2 Yoda fitness challenges are more like, they're probably more like male like, they're intense a little bit. So mostly men are going to want to do those. Women are probably going to be like, man, I ain't doing all that. This dude tripping. What do you got going on? You know what I'm saying? So I try to think about everybody when I'm doing these. So I'm going to get a girl to put some workouts together, some sequences together for the female version of the Yoda fitness challenge, so everybody can enjoy these workouts from the comfort of their own home. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think is probably best. All right, so let's go for another set. Boy. Yeah, so for sure. We're gonna go up a little more and wait for the next one. Probably gonna work my way up to another caddy, you know. But yeah, I don't know, man. I woke up today with this ill headache, like a little headache and sore throat. It's like, man, there must be something going around or something, you know, maybe some little virus or something, man, because it came out of nowhere. I didn't even feel it coming on yesterday. I just woke up like I felt 100% I felt super good yesterday. And then I just woke up, bam, I'm like, bro. And it could have been, every once in a blue I have a cheat day, you know what I'm saying? Which is fine, bro. You know, like cheat days are okay as long as you're staying active daily and eating like, you know, the right foods, you know, consistently. Cheat days won't affect you at all, bro. A cheat day here and there is not a big deal. So, but I go, some fitness people recommend like one cheat day a week. You know, I don't usually do one a week. I go much longer because I like the foods that I eat. So I'm at the point in my journey where I don't think about cheat days like that. I don't feel like, oh, I gotta have a cheat day. I can't wait to have a cheat day. You know, all throughout the week, I can't wait. I'm thinking about this cheat day. It ain't like that for me. I like what I eat. So I go weeks, sometimes months without having a cheat day. And then, you know, yesterday I just was like, all right, man, I'm gonna swing by this little spot on the way home, you know, grab some food that's outside of like, you know, the norm, like the Greek and, you know, Latin spots that I hit up. And it was a little more on the greasier and fried side. And I feel like that probably could have been why I woke up feeling like this, because when your body is like operating super efficiently without that type of stuff, and you go long enough, sometimes a cheat day, I feel like it could have, you know, some effects that your body probably telling you like, look, I don't want this stuff no more, bro. I don't know what you was thinking or what you had going on yesterday, bro, but I don't want this stuff no more, bro. Like, where's the clean food? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what my body's telling me. Like, you tripping, you wilding. Like, I'm gonna show you wilding. I'm gonna get the set tripping, and you're gonna wake up tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you how, you know, what type of time I'm on, because you shouldn't have ate that yesterday. I feel like that's what my body doing. So, you know, I'm probably gonna quit, like completely, like not even have a cheat day like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like fries and chicken wings and stuff. All right, let's get to another set. Boy, yes, sir. Yeah, so I'm gonna work my way up to another caddy, and then we gonna move on to the next thing. So yeah, man, I had to shake it off today, though. You know what I'm saying? I had to shake it off. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna miss this gym, because aside from the, hold up. Yeah, maybe we gonna add one more caddy on that, and that's gonna be our last set. But yeah, I had to shake off that feeling today, because once you get like super. Once you change your life with fitness and you getting in a gym daily and you eating certain foods, your mentality starts to shift along with the change. So, you know, you start feeling guilty for not showing up to the gym. You start feeling guilty when you divert from like the meal plan or something like that. And you just start feeling like, man, it's almost like, you know, if you have, all right, let me not go there. Let me not do that. Let's just know that you start feeling guilty. And then it makes you think like, you know, all right, I'm not going to do that no more. Like, you know, I gotta get up and hit the gym. I don't want to lose my progress, or I don't want to like relapse and, you know, start getting comfortable with not going to the gym. So you stay on it for the most part. And it comes with the territory, you feel me? And it's actually it's good, you know what I'm saying, because it keeps you on track, in my opinion. You don't want to not care about these things. You rather feel guilty for stuff like that, not going to the gym and you know, going outside, diverting outside of the meal plan rather than feeling guilty for something terrible that you really did do wrong. You know what I mean? It's progress. And the way I look at it, it's progress, in my opinion. I'd rather feel guilty for stuff like that than, you know, for really doing something that ain't cool. All right, let's get to this last rep. Oh boy. Whew. All right. As usual, we're gonna wipe this machine down because your boy already feeling a little under the weather, so we ain't gonna play no games. Plus, at the end of the day, yeah, I don't want to get sick from using these machines, but I also don't want to get somebody else sick. You know, I'm feeling a little under the weather myself, so you know what I mean. Like, I could transfer some germs or something like that. These machines definitely got to be wiped down before every use. You did. So, all right, man, it's gonna be the same concept for this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go. It's gonna be the same concept for this. I'm gonna start off heavyweight and as many reps as I can do, and then I'll decrease as we go. All right.
I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Mando. I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Jedi. I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Rebel. I just bought a bag of Yoda. Get on my level. A couple grams of Yoda, and now I'm rich. A couple grams of Yoda. Got the whole room lit. A couple grams of Yoda.
All right. That was a good first round right there. With these legs, man, you got to push them to the limit. It's harder to break through with these leg muscles than it is anything else, you know? So with legs and stomach, to me, you got to go crazy, be consistent in order to have some breakthroughs. At least that's my experience. Can't speak for everybody else, but yeah. So I usually, you know, sometimes I start heavy and then, you know, do as many reps as I can and then work my way down in weight and do higher reps and as many as those as I can. Sometimes I start low, do as many reps as I can, and then work my way up in weight. Like I said, my experience, there's no real, like, there's no right or wrong way. Other people tell you different. My experience, man, there's no right or wrong way. As long as you know, doing high reps and, you know, low weight and then increasing and keep increasing the weight and then continuing to do as many reps until failure, you're going to see results. You know, now, like I said, if you're trying to be a Greek god with the physique, then you need to get into a little more, you know, astronomical, you know, mathematical Einstein equations, or, you know, in fitness in order to do, if you're trying to do that. If you're just a regular Joe every day, you know, 9 to 5, but you want some abs, you want to be lean, and you want to have a physique that women like look at you like, man, that boy fit. You can get there doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't strive to be like any more like hardcore than where I am right now. you know, because it's still fun for me. It's enjoyable. I love it, and it's not so, you know, brutal, like where I gotta constantly, you know, worry about everything that I'm eating, like down to the slightest macro. I ain't on it like that. I still want to, you know, enjoy life and, you know, be able to, you know, do what I like to do and do, you know, without having to be so, you know, mentally like, you know, focused on like, oh man, you know, I gotta eat exactly this amount, exactly that amount. You know, I gotta, you know, and I don't take no supplements or no unnatural things. Like I don't do no steroids, no, you know what I'm saying, no whatever else is out there. I don't know, but I don't take none of that. I just work out, man, and I eat, you know, a certain way, you know, but nothing that's so crucial and critical where like the average person can't accomplish it. So I want to do one more. I want to do one more set of these, man, because that's just what my body telling me, and I like to go over my body telling me. Like I was saying earlier, I don't overthink it. I just go with what my body's telling me to do. You know what I'm saying? I listen to my body, and I can tell from that last set that there's more left in the tank. So I'm gonna do a little more. To me, it's simple. You know, we can make this journey simple, or we can make this thing really stressful and difficult. Which way y'all want to go with it? Let's get to it.
A couple grams of Yoda, we headed there soon. 5 billion miles an hour. 5 billion miles an hour. 5 billion, 5 billion, 5 billion miles an hour. 5 billion miles an hour.
All right. As you can see, I decreased the weight, and you know, I took a caddy off, put some 25s on, and I'm gonna go for higher reps now. Simple.
Green in the pouch, I'm moving like a storm. Pocket full of cash, still I keep it warm. Hit that switch, now the whole night dance. One more pull and the ceiling might end. Mando in the cut, I'm built for the chase. Jedi on my mind with the mask and the grace. Rebel with a grin, I don't follow the script. I just take the scene in, I make it flip. Money on the rise, watch it stack, watch it grow. Eyes on the prize while I speed through the glow. What they say, slow down, I just shake my head. I'm already gone and I'm 3 steps ahead. I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Mando, I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Jedi, I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Rebel, I just bought a bag of Yoda. Get on my level, a couple grams of Yoda, and now I'm rich. A couple grams of Yoda, got the whole room lit. A couple grams of Yoda.
Alright, we're gonna start out light, warm up these calves. You know, I'll do these until failure, man. You know, no rhyme or reason. Just keep cooking till that burn is just undeniable. And then I go up and wait on these. I keep increasing, keep going until failure, till that burn is undeniable. Real simple. As that burn gets more intense, I hold. Boy, that's how you wake them up, right there.
We on the moon, a couple grams of Yoda. We headed there soon. 5 billion miles an hour. 5 billion miles an hour. 5 billion, 5 billion, 5 billion miles an hour. 5 billion miles an hour. Turn the lights down, I'm in overdrive. Got that wild look when I come alive. Moon in my mouth, stars in my chest. I don't need sleep, I just need less. I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Mando, I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Jedi, I just bought a bag of Yoda. I'm going Rebel, I just bought a bag of Yoda. get on my level. Couple grams of Yoda.